All right, what is up, y'all? Welcome back. And today we're gonna do something a little bit different. Well, actually not different, but today we're gonna clean some rodents. But I think I wanna get a head count on all the rodents on the ground, just for the hell of it. Not that it really matters, but I'm just generally curious of how many rodents are actually in there. Of course, we run 39 rat colonies. That's the only thing we have right now is rats. We don't have no ASFs, no mice. So 39 rat colonies, and with those 39, I just want to see how many rodents are actually in each tub. And I'm going to count pinkies, I'm going to count wings, breeders, everything that's inside the tub is going to get counted, and we're going to see how many we have. And of course we're going to feed too, so probably won't show that part, but we're going to feed some snakes afterwards, like I always do when I clean rodents. I always, take some, you're throwing some in the feed bucket. So it's going to be a little bit longer of a process, but we're going to get it done. So let's go in there and check it out. And also, fair warning, we are quite a few days, almost a week behind on cleaning. So we've been busy this past weekend and the past few days of this week. We've been real busy, so Marcos gets that inside joke, you know what I mean? We are quite a few days, about a week or so behind. So some of the tubs are a little bit more dirty than they usually would be by the time we clean them, of course. So y'all don't give us too much hell in the comments or anything like that. And the rat building itself is kind of dirty. Another wink at Marcos up there. But we're gonna get it all cleaned up today. We're gonna get the tubs cleaned and all that good stuff. So let's go check it out and see what we got in here. All right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and start the process. I guess it might be a little, I probably won't be able to show everything, of course, because sometimes you just gotta put your nose to the grindstone and get to it. This is the grow out tub, and if y'all noticed too, yesterday I barely fed them, so they'd be empty on food. So of course when I pull my tubs out, food usually, well, the cubes don't, but they are. We do have some food for them, and of course when I get done cleaning here in a few hours, I will feed them, and of course make sure everybody's got water still. But y'all don't mind the food. I know y'all see it now with no food, but I did that intentionally yesterday because I knew I was going to be cleaning rodents today. So all right, I know I've done videos of this before, so y'all know the kind of the process. I just take mine, put them in a holding tub or a feed bucket, extra feed buckets. So this is the grow out tub, and you can see we are about a week behind. You can see the dirtiness of it, but I'm gonna go ahead and count them. Like I said, it's gonna be kind of hard to do holding the camera and everything, but y'all just gonna have to take the word for it when I tell you how many's in here, because we're gonna count them as we go. And just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna go ahead and start. Like this guy, he's got a bulge of knives, so I'm gonna go ahead and feed him off. Of course, we do have a bunch of the curly hair ones. We got them in all shapes and sizes now, colors and sizes. This is a regular male. I'm gonna go ahead and feed this guy off. All right, y'all, so the first tub, the grow out tub, had 25 rats in it. Feeding off about 6 or 7 of them out of there. A couple of them, like this male out here, I might replace with this other male up here because they ain't been breeding. So for the time being, I'm just gonna put them back in here And then I will come through there periodically, like when I find a colony that maybe needs another female or something, I'll reach back in here and grab one and just kind of replace it, you know. So grow out tub had 25, and I think I'm feeding off 6 of them out of there. And then, like I said, I'll probably dwindle it down even some more by separating adding some females. Little buddy, I think you might have to go too. Put you in the feed bucket. All right, I already took the breeders out of here. Like I said, you can tell we're about a week behind. But y'all look how cool these are some of my favorite ones. Y'all probably can't tell on camera, but it's like a cool looking silver. Gray, silver, whatever you want to call it. So there's already 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of them in this tub. So, and it's just a regular colony, y'all. So of course I'm gonna separate all these weans and feed a few of them off. Even this guy right here, like I said, he's real cool. Real cool look. I don't know what he looks like on camera, but yeah, look at a big old prego female. Oh my goodness, big old mama.
Daddy.
Yeah, look at this.
Daddy.
Calico. Yeah.
Oh.
Watch out.
It's a mouse.
Oh, look at that cool guy.
It's a one.
Yeah, look at this one. Oh wait, that's a good silver one right there. Dark silver. But look at this girl right here. Pregnant. Got a beautiful gray coat, and it's got some curly to it.
Daddy.
Alright, y'all, like I said, I'm not gonna show every tub, of course. This one was kind of small, that one's small. I'm gonna go show y'all this one just because it's got quite a few in there for the time being. Yeah, look at the half hairless one with smooth, silky hair. And the babies here are a good example of, look, I just pulled them. So we got a white or whitish curly hair. And then you got the black curly hair. Then we have some of the black and white curly hair. I can't tell how good y'all can see it on camera, but these are curly hairs. John at TexasMadeMorphs, down south Rodents, he calls them the Nixon curls. Yeah, alright y'all, look at this big old pile of babies. If we can let me get these big ones out of the way. Alright, I just pulled out 5 of the adults. So let's just see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, And then 3 little pinkies, so 23 babies with the 5 adults. That's 28 rats in this one tub. And they're pretty cool. They all look pretty similar too. Look at them.
No. Oh, Mom, it's like this.
Oh y'all, this tub had 33 rats in it. 33 rats. Of course, we took quite a few, put in the feed bucket. There's a lot more in there than it looks so far. Alright, that one had 33. This one's gonna have quite a few. This one's gonna have quite a few. You can see some babies in the back, some pinkies back there also. Alright, let's go. Let's stay in order and we'll do this one. Alright, I already got a couple in the holding tub. Look how orange this one's, those splotches are. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's pretty orange. I call them the calicos. Of course, the curly cues. That's kind of a calico, but you probably can't tell on camera. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, you're a male, dude. What are you doing in here, boy? Gotta take you out, boy. We're gonna put you in the feed bucket, brother. What was it? What number was on you? Wait, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7, 8. Number 8 can go in the grow out tub. Then we got a bunch of babies. All right, y'all, this tub had 33. This tub had 33. And that middle tub had 25. So that's 66 plus 25. What is that, 70, 90, 91 rodents. Just right here in these 3 tubs, it was 91 rodents. Of course, we put quite a few more in the feed buckets. This little bitty 3-tub rack almost had 100 rodents in it. Here goes another good one with a bunch of damn rats in it. Some of the big time curly keys in this one. Some of the darker gray ones. Alright, let me start counting. I'm gonna yank them out, start counting them. Throw some of these in the feed bucket, of course. Alright, I know I'm just showing y'all basically the before, but this is the after. Still got quite a few in there. There was 32 of them in here. But just real quick, I'm gonna show y'all this one before I do it. Look at that. This is not a grow out tub, y'all. This is a regular colony. But like I said, it is about a week behind, so there's a few of them extra in here that probably shouldn't have been in here for another week. But let me count this one, and I'll come back and show you all the aftermath of what it looks like. Like I said, this bedding is about a week past due, at least when I was planning on originally cleaning. So let's see how many is in here. All right, so there was 45 of them in here, y'all. I took quite a few out. I still have some little bitty ones, little crawlers, and a couple of the decent size. Hey, little sack of shit. There was 45 of them in here. That's crazy. Had more than my grow out tub. Shit. Alright, another one with a bunch of weans, or big crawlers, weans, pups, whatever you call them. Alright y'all, this is going to be the final tub of the day. We actually have some rain coming in, so it's going to mess me up. And of course, we got a bunch to go feed off, so we still got a little while. Big old pile of babies right there. Little pile right there. Then we even have some pinkies on the ground too. A big daddy boy. Alright, this is the last tub. Let me see. Get this one cleaned out, and I'm gonna go feed some snakes. And then we'll continue this probably tomorrow. After the rain probably messes us up today. It probably rain. It's supposed to rain for a few hours, so we're gonna do half and half, I guess. Half today, half tomorrow. So alright y'all, there was 31 of them in this tub, of course, with all the babies and pinkies. And I think she's fixing to drop some more. You can see her bleeding. So there's fixing to be more in there actually, but there was 31 of them in there. And just so Marcos don't think I'm messing with them, it has already started raining. It was supposed to be, oh, I forgot this one. Look, I almost poured this one out, y'all. Almost poured it out. I didn't see it up underneath the stuff. But it is already starting to rain. So we're gonna go ahead and call it. Go ahead and call it a day. It's supposed to rain for a few hours at least, so I'm gonna get all the stuff inside, get the rats inside, get them fed off. Just a real quick look at just the feed bucket. There's a lot more of them in there than y'all probably think or can tell. That's one feed bucket. Of course, I got this one that I showed y'all already. It's got a bunch of them in there too. You probably can't tell. Then I got a few little ones. I dropped that little guy, so he's got a busted nose, so. Alright y'all, we will continue this tomorrow. Alright y'all, another beautiful day, brand new day. We're gonna go ahead and finish. I did about half of them yesterday. And we still got these two over here, and then the beautiful racks over here, and then the little rack. So let's get to it, see what we got. And the first tub for today has got a bunch of damn rats in it, boy. Alright y'all, this tub had 33 of them in there. And this tub had 23, so out of these two tubs we had 56 rodents in just these two tubs. I've only cleaned 2 tubs today, and you can see I already got a handful of feeders, a few of them in there. Alright y'all, got the little rack already taken care of. Of course, most of them are just small little colonies anyway, because they're not very big tubs. They were made from mice or ASFs. But of course, we're using it for rats for the time being because we had extra rats. This is the only tub that had a bunch of babies and crawlers in it, so it actually had 19. But of course, I dwindled it down pretty good, make it more comfortable. You know, I gotta try to manage these so they don't get, you know, got 1 male in there usually with 3 females, so make it kind of small colony. Now the last 2 racks out here, let's see how many more we got. We're gonna start with this top one, of course. And you can see there's a bunch of crawlers in there. Of course, the curly hair, like I said, I got curly hairs everywhere now. I'm trying to keep most, or not keep most of them, but the breeders I keep. Trying to get them curly hair, Jerry curls everywhere. And of course, like I said, this one's pretty cool. It's got the black one, it's got the black and white ones with the curly hair. All right, y'all, look at these two making it on a 3 legs. Look how it walks. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on. Look. They're making it on 3 legs. I'm gonna let them make it just because they've had it hard enough, so they're gonna live.
A hummy? Danny, a hummy.
Good one.
Okay.
Alright, this tub had 40 of them in there, y'all, including all the little babies, of course. Bunch of little crawlers. And this one looks like it's got a bunch too. Alright, y'all, I got them all cleared. I actually had to stop putting rodents in the damn feed bucket because I don't know if I got enough snakes to feed all these guys, you know what I mean? I fed 87 snakes yesterday, and today I don't count them when I put them in the feed bucket, but I'll count them when I feed the snakes inside. So 87 yesterday, and there's got to be at least another close to that, if not more, today. So we'll see how many snakes we feed. All right, y'all, we got the rodents cleaned out. I got a head count on all the rodents in each tub. It came out to 775 rodents in 39 colonies. And of course, like I said, quite a few of them were overpacked in the sense of they should have been cleaned out about a week ago. And like I said in the other clip, yesterday I fed 87 rodents off. Today I fed 93 rodents off. So between today and yesterday, we fed over 180 rodents. So out of the 775, I guess you can minus that, and that's what we have left in there, which is kind of crazy. Like I said, I've never done that. Just did it kind of for shits and giggles, just because. Just wanted to see how many was in there. I knew a lot of tubs had a bunch of rodents in it, so just wanted to see. But came out to 775. Which is kind of crazy. And that's about it. I got the rodent room cleaned out. I got the rats watered, filled up all the water bottles I fed. So, long little process, but it was cool to see how many rodents were actually in there. So, no wonder they was eating the shit out of all the food. So, good thing we dwindled it down a little bit. But that's about it, y'all, for this video. If y'all made it this far, I appreciate y'all watching the video. and we'll see you on the next one.